Yay! With the members of Liberation X, the throwback that we like to bring out. This is the second time we've actually brought them back for these all-star matchups. And they always these guys love playing together. They have a good time every time they do bring this composition, or this lineup back, I should say. It's actually kind of cool because Joker and Status, they do still play together with under the Liberation X name, technically, in the collegiate scene. It's them with E36 as in the collegiate scene. They're actually currently the #1 seed in their collegiate division, which has the playoffs starting soon, so keep an eye out for them. Meanwhile, Vertigo Black, the newest Evil 8 team in North America, they got to play a little bit yesterday, and they got off to a very strong showing. We'll see how they're going to look here against one of the former North American champions.
Well, they're a bit of a throwback as well. Vertigo used to be a big name. They kind of dropped out of the scene for a little bit. They're back now, like you said, in the Evil 8. But they were definitely they were in the Autumn Championships and the Winter Championships, like the first ones, and they had quite a good showing there. But Marto,
well, they are going to be looking for a lot of damage. Marto getting taken down very, very low, as it is going to be the Rome Taka. Meanwhile, on the other side, it looks like the Rome Flicker, but Flicker starting with the Stormguard banner. So not a conventional Rome there. We'll see how this is going to work out. Status is going to find Archaic with that flare. Not quite able to get the kill, though.
Yeah, I really do like the Stormguard on the Flicker because it does a lot of damage, and it will really help with the clear speed off the Taka as well. You know, going for the Stormguard as even as the Jungle Flicker or the Carry Flicker, that's gonna be such a good pickup. Oh, Hamiel, you're gonna go down. That's a nice kill pickup there by Status, and I think this is gonna be interesting because we do see Status and Hamiel. They're both gonna be in the lane. But the Taka and the Flicker, they've kind of switched roles for the different teams. So we're going to be seeing a Rome Flicker and a Rome Taka on Liberation X. So that's going to be interesting to see how those pairs match up.
Yeah, it will be fun to watch as we see lots of Stormguard banners getting picked up. One for Marto and one for Joker as well. I think Joker going to go for a little bit of Crystal on his Flicker. So we've seen Weapon Flicker attempted multiple times. We have yet to see it win. We've seen
it win.
Flicker. Did we see it win?
Eighh's Flicker won.
Oh, right, yeah.
We just kind of forgot about it because it didn't. It was mostly
wasn't
Fuji.
Super impressive.
It was mostly Fuji that was doing it, to be honest.
Yeah, well, Hamuel, he's going to be feeling the pain of the side of Liberation X. There is going to be the answer from Adren as he goes diving deep to finish off the enemy Flicker. And now he's going to be paying for it as he goes down as well. So 2 for 1 in favor of Liberation X on that trade.
Yeah, it's a promising start for them. And I think part of the reason is, so there's a good side for Archaic going Stormguard first, and there's also a downside. Like the upside is he does a little bit more damage. But the downside is he can't really defend Adrian as well, and especially because they've both gone for the Stormguard. I'm not sure that in the team fights they're going to be doing as well. Clear speed, absolutely fantastic, but other than that, damage-wise, there's not too much coming up from them.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the damage is definitely going to be there from both Kestrels, as they are both going for a bit of weapon power, a little bit of Crystal from Hamuel just to add a little bit of extra damage, but here comes Adren, going to be trying to get the kill onto Joker as he was hanging out in the lane. Not quite going to have enough damage, though.
Yeah, not really. He's gone for the Stormguard first as well, but we have to remember that he's going to be the jungler. But if you do look at both of the teams, the jungler and the Roma, they're looking both very, very similar, just because they've gone for similar items at the very start. Joker looking like he's either going to be going for the Aftershock or for the Stormguard. I don't know which ones he's prioritizing first, but he's going to be a bit caught out with Archaic there.
They are going to be able to find a kill there onto Joker. Now Marto and Status both going to come up through that brush, and Status is taking a ton of damage as a result. And they really aren't able to trade out that well. Hamuel did take quite a bit, but he's on the back lines now, and it should be safe. But never mind, Marto going aggressive, finds that kill. He has to get away from Archaic and Adren now, and will be able to do so.
Yeah, Stasis and Martel both looking a little bit low, but I definitely believe that Stasis could potentially pick up a kill there onto Adrian if they can just catch up to him, which it doesn't look like they will. They are going to get the kill just, but I think Martel's going to go down.
Marto is gonna end up falling there, so it does end up being a 1-for-1 trade once again. 3-6 in favor of Liberation X as Joker going aggressive into the enemy jungle and is going to be able to steal away at least some of these camps without really anything to stop him until Archaic does come up here. Now this Treant is going to go to Archaic, and so Joker has to run away because Hamuel coming down as well to try and collapse on this ball, but Hamuel came the same way as Archaic, and that means Joker should be able to escape from this. Never mind, he's going to get rooted. That one shot coming through, forcing him to stay on that route and giving a kill over to Archaic. And now it looks like they want more. Vertigo Black trying to dive in, but Hamuel is eating so much damage. Status does fall. And will Marto be able to make this play? It's 2-on-1. On this Taka, he should be able to run back up to lane.
Yeah, it's very scrappy so far. We're seeing lots of kills going both ways, and I wouldn't say that I couldn't confidently say that one team was in the lead particularly. But I think now that Joker does have that aftershock, he's got the Stormguard banner. I think I would like to see Joker just pick up a little bit more defense items, and particularly going for that shield first would be really, really strong, I think. And actually, Marto's going on to Archaic straight away. Don't know if they're going to get anything off the back of this, though.
Are going to be looking to try and make something happen here as they go in aggressively. Archaic and Adren both going to get taken dangerously low. And Adren going to be the one to fall. Archaic still alive underneath this turret, but Hamuel is dishing out the damage on the Status as he tried to sneak in for that kill. And instead, it will be Archaic actually finishing that one off. Some justice for him as he is the one who's going to be targeted.
Yeah, I think those will be getting very exciting once both of the Flickers do get their Moon Cloak. And I don't know how Archaic, who's the Roam, has managed to reach level 6 already, whilst Joker is still level 5, but he's going to pick up the kill onto Archaic, so that's a 1-for-1 trade. Either way, we've still got what, a 1K difference between the two teams. And again, I think it's still very, very close. We're not seeing much vision being put down, which is kind of frustrating. And I think we said this earlier in the first stealth match of the day, was that when you've got three heroes that can disappear, you want to get that contraption early.
Contraption is usually a focus in these all-stealth matchups. That was a kill going over as a Dren did drop, but we'll see what Liberation X is going to be able to make out of this. A lot of scout traps are starting to get put down. Status and Hamuel going 1v1. It ends up with Hamuel on top. Archaic is now going to be targeted here by Marto as Hamuel did fall to the minion damage after that 1v1 duel.
Yes, I think in the 1v, if you do look at Status's build, he's going for the on-hit build. He's got the tension build, he's got the aftershock, so that's a lot of burst damage coming out from him. But again, I think we're just going to have to point out to defense again. I think in the 1v1 trade, Hamuel is looking like he's winning almost very, very closely every single time right now. But Joker, I think this is a very, very careful moment for that we need to watch out for.
Absolutely, it's very precarious. It's going to be a kill going over to Liberation X. Marto extremely low, but so is Archaic. And with the stealth, you never know where they're going to come from. Archaic is looking for this kill. Movement in from Hamuel means it's a double kill. And now Status is going to get here, but he has no idea where Archaic went. And that's instead going to be now an ace for Vertigo Black.
That was a bit of an odd fight for me. So Marto was there, Joker was there, and then instead of... Okay, so Archaic was looking very, very low, and a little bit further behind him was Hamuel, who they were all trying to target. And I think if they just focused on Archaic, they would have taken him down really quickly, and then focused on Hamuel after that, and at least they'll get one kill. But they didn't get any single kill, and what we're left with is an ace. They've lost their first turrets, and now we're seeing that Vertigo Black, they're the ones with the 1k gold lead. They're not going to get... They didn't get the gold mine there, did they? Or did I just miss it completely? They got the gold mine.
Yeah, they got the gold mine.
They got the gold mine. Oh, okay.
Fight though, flares getting thrown out to spot vision. Both one-shots being used simultaneously, but only one of them connecting. And Vertigo actually could be in an advantageous position here. There's going to be a flicker ult used.
Oh, Joker.
No, they are going to be just taking Joker down. And that is a very quick kill, but Status could be the next target. He's a little bit too far away, though, and so Vertigo not going to be able to find him.
Yeah, Stasis is going for a bit more hybrid. I think he's placing a little bit more emphasis on the crystal part of his build. So, oh, this is such bad positioning coming out from him.
It really is, and Vertigo taking full advantage of that positioning, able to grab that kill. 12-12. They've evened up the kills now, and they have a 2,000 gold lead. Vertigo starting to look a little bit better in this matchup, and I mean that's to be expected. This is a current Evil 8 team versus a team that, while they do still play together, they don't play together at the highest level of competitive. Both Joker and Status obviously still on professional teams, with Marto hasn't been playing in the Evil 8 level, so it's not a huge surprise to see Vertigo Black taking control of this game now.
That was insane, the damage. And I think, so we saw a bit of a 2v3 breaking it in the lane there where Vertigo Black picked up the 2 kills on Marto and Joker. And I think that what's really good about Flicker, especially when you do overdrive your Fairy Dust, is that the slow makes it so easy for Hamio to land those Glimmer shots. And that's not going to be the ace, actually. I'm not sure about this hybrid build coming out from Stasis, and I don't think it's working as well. Either commit fully to pure crystal or pure weapon. But I think, so we're finally seeing that crystal Kestra that we're both really excited wanting to see. But I think Vision, again, it comes down to Vision, because we're not seeing much coming out from Liberation X. And if they did place it down, Stasis would be a lot safer. I wouldn't be seeing those ambushes that we're seeing time and time again right now.
Well, the Vision is extremely important in normal games, let alone in an all-stealth matchup. Said Vertigo has just had the advantage in that aspect. The Storm Crowns doing wonders for them as well, as both the Adren and Archaic have those completed. And look at Hamuel's build, going for the weapon power with a Shatter Glass on the Kestrel.
Ouch. Oh gosh, that burst damage is going to be so much, and you can have that active camo going for much longer than usual as well. The splash damage as well is really going to be really useful, because we are seeing Marto and Joker, they're clumping up together quite a bit, so the splash damage coming off from each Glimmer shot will be doing quite a bit, but I don't see any time for Liberation X to come back, because they're just going in one by one right now in the team fights.
And Marto is going to get taken down extremely low, still somehow alive, and Status trying to get that damage out on the backside of this fight, but no one has gone down amazingly. Despite the low health on both teams, really Archaic is the only one, and Status on either side that hasn't really been touched. Marto looking to make the plays happen, and he gets a kill. That is going to trigger the rest of Liberation X to charge forward and find a second kill. Now 13 minutes in, Samuel, you're the only member left. You do need to be careful, but he's got plenty of damage to find that kill. However, the rest of Liberation X going to be taking down this turret. Can Samuel get the triple? He's got 2 of them down. Marto using that Kaku to get out to safety and should be able to get away from this one. But turret did fall in favor of Liberation X.
It's such a scrappy fight. Like, every single team fight is... You know, I thought for the time it was Vertigo Black were looking so strong, but now it seems that Liberation are coming back. But I think that's purely because of Vertigo Blacks. They're having some funny, like, decisions in team fights. They're splitting off, and I think if they all just stuck together, that would be much, much better. Actually, Marto, Adrian's going to be so caught out right now.
And that is going to be the first kill going over, but getting one traded back. Marto extremely low is going to fall to Archaic, and it's just Status now. Hamuel very low, but trying to trade with Archaic's help to get Status down. Is he going to have enough? The Flicker ultimate is used 720 on that one shot, but the Glimmer shot did not connect afterwards. And Status, he's going to be walking away from that one and thanking his lucky stars that he's able to.
Yeah, incredibly close there for Status. Sorry, Status. No big there part of his name. He's changed it now, so he's now just Status. I think if you're looking at comparing the builds between the two Kestrels, Stasis he's gone for a very bursty build with the Aftershock and the Tension, but whereas Hamu's gone for straight much just DPS with that Sorrow Blade, the Tyrants, and now the Shatter Glass as well. So I think in a 1v1 situation, you would expect Hamu to be winning those team fights. Would you agree with that point, Tasty?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
it feels like there's just more support for Vertigo to carry this one. Status going to be the target. Samuel gets onto the back lines, but he isn't able to take him down. Instead, it will now be Liberation X with a chance to turn this, and they pick up the first kill. Archaic is going to fall, and it is just Adren left. Adren is going to be able to find one. Will he be able to find more than that? I don't think so. With Status still alive, Marto is going to go aggressive and will be able to spot him with that flare being used. And then the kite in gets the kill, and it is an ace for Liberation X.
Yeah, they should be able to get the Kraken as well. The big wave of ace minions going up to the second turret there. So I think this could be easily 3 turrets, I think, coming out from this. Maybe just 2, actually, because I don't know how much they're going to be able to push with the Kraken. We might be able to see a contest coming out from Hamia with the 1-shot, 1-kill. There is... It kills Taka. Pretty nice going there.
Is a kill picked up. Marto going down, but meanwhile, Status is going to finish off the Kraken. That will be Kraken Unleashed for Liberation X. How much they can get done with this push, as they will not have their Taka with them. But, well, by the time Kraken gets into the base, Marto may have been able to respawn and join in.
Yes, I think the key thing is just to keep status safe. There is still no contraption. Well, there's no contraption on Joker, but there is one on Martel, who's unfortunately dead right now. So I don't think they're going to be able to keep him safe. So Stasis just has to watch his positioning right now, because I don't think he has enough weapon damage to just use his active camo if he takes any damage. So he has to be very, very careful right now. Martel is back, so I think they can probably go for a tough push. But there is the flank.
Yeah, they're coming in aggressively. Joker is going to be the target, and Status Baked is going to fall as well. All of a sudden, Marto gets here and is like, guys, where'd my team go? He immediately has to just run away and just let Kraken do as much as she can on her own. It will get that tier 3 turret. That's the good news, but that was not a very good use of the Kraken.
No, but they did get a turret before the Kraken was taken. So I think if you look at it like that, they've managed to get 2 turrets, which isn't ideal. But they just managed to make it so that they're not getting a deficit from that push there. And so now that Martel does have the contraption, he's putting down a little bit more vision all over their side of the map. So it's very much split into one half is very full of blue dots and the other half is full of red dots. But Vertical Black looking like they're trying to get some aggressive pushing down, and there is a high chance that Martel could be caught out because they don't know he's there.
And they don't realize it, but they will realize it now, as Marto is going to be getting taken extremely low. One shot, not going to connect. However, Hamuel is going to be trying to find the damage. Marto looking to re-engage with Status. Adren taken low. Meanwhile, Archaic and Joker going at it. There is finally a couple of kills going to be happening. It is 1 apiece. Joker still chasing Archaic, but Hamuel is coming up from behind him, as Marto actually chose to recall back to base. Archaic is still going to be on the hunt, looking for Joker. There's a Glimmer Shot going to connect. Joker's extremely low. One more Glimmer Shot will connect and take him down. So kills going over to Vertigo.
Yeah, there wasn't... Joker couldn't really go through any bush at the time to get there enough just to get his Will-O-Wisper going. So I think that was a chase that he was never going to win. But right now, as it stands, 1v2, I think the Kraken should be spawning in the next minute or so. So potentially they could get a push out of that. But right now, as we're seeing all the members coming back into the fold, I don't think so. They probably should maybe they potentially could just try and clear the jungle. But there's really not much that they can do at this point. I think we're at the stasis point where there's not much to do around the map.
Not really many opportunities to be had. Again, we're at a point where both teams are very, very strong in terms of damage. Neither team is terribly tanky. Vision is all over the place for both teams, and Kraken is available. All it takes is one fight, and it could spell the end of the game. Vertigo do have a bit more work to do in order to finish off the game than Liberation, but as we approach the 20th minute of this all-stealth, all-star matchup, if Vertigo can find that one more team fight that they need in order to close this out, the triple crystal, as we are finally seeing the crystal Kestrel from Status. Don't think we really touched on that too much in this game.
No, he's got a very funky build. I've got to say that to him. Actually, everyone has a very funky build.
I mean, it's all-stars, and everyone has had funky builds all weekend, but right now Archaic is going to be taken down. Status ends up falling as well. Hamuel going to be the next target, but he is going to be able to pick up a kill of his own before falling. Now it's just Adren and Joker, and you gotta figure Adren's gonna have the advantage in this one. As the healing, he has the ability to pace, and he has a little bit more damage in his items. However, Joker's doing what he can to try and delay this as long as possible. Gosh. I just don't think he's gonna be able to avoid the ace. One more X-Retsu or Chitin, but there's not much energy. Adren will finally be able to get the ace.
Yeah, so to get the ace, and maybe they'll get one turret out of this, maybe not even that, because say this is about to be out in 2 seconds. And I think what the problem is in those team fights is that neither team seems to really know who to focus on. So we're seeing one caster going for one tackle, but then somebody else is focusing the Kestrel, and it's just all over the place. And it's just kind of seeing who's alive at the end of it. Adrian, is this a good idea? What are you doing, Adrian?
I don't know what he's doing. Giving death to his opponent. That's what he's doing.
Oh, great, I guess. I'm surprised this game has gone on so long. It's 21 minutes between 50 kills. And we're just kind of getting to this point where no team is really able to get anything from the team fights just because only one person's left alive, and you can't really see Taka soloing a Kraken. But maybe this is it. Look at all the camouflage going on.
Lots of vision, but Vertigo Black is coming out worse for wear. Hamuel gonna get sniped out by Status, and now Archaic gonna be the next target, the final target remaining on the fold. They take him out, they get the ace. Adren will be respawning shortly, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do a whole lot, especially with Kraken about to be captured. Stormcrown on the Taka will make it go very quickly. And that's going to be a Kraken push for Vertigo, or for Liberation X to try and close the game.
There's not really much that they can do. I think potentially we get the chance that Hamuel will be back up by the time they do get to those last 2 turrets. But I think when you're pushing with the Kraken, there's a really good chance that they can get 1 turret down before Taka can do too much. And if they can focus on Taka really, really quickly, then that's a really great opportunity there for Liberation X. And it looks like they're going to be doing that. Hamuel is out now.
That is going to be just rushing in, trying to close out this game without Kraken. Kraken is now going to be entering the base, but a nice one shot from Status will get the first kill. Adren is going to be melted by those glimmer shots, and now Archaic. 1 versus 3, you're not going to be able to do much there, and it will be Liberation X taking game 1 of our final show match of the All-Star Weekend.
That went on so long, 23 minutes, 55 kills, and it was just so back and forth the entire game. Just the whole time you're looking at the builds, like, what's going on between either of those teams? Like, looking at both of the Kestrels, like this weird hybrid build coming from both of them in very different ways. And I think what it came down to it was just